Welcome back to the channel, all you beautiful people. My name is Grizzy, and today we are discussing Apex Legends Season 7 with a tier list. Around here, we like to do things a little bit differently, and today we're going to switch up how we're doing this tier list. We are going to have unique cards made for each legend, and those cards are going to rate each legend 1 to 5 on their offensive capabilities, defensive capabilities, their team utility, and their adaptability. After utilizing this ranking system, I'm going to be placing all these legends into separate tiers so you guys know which legends you should use to dominate in Season 7. Alright, so everyone, welcome in. I'm going to try to make this quick and efficient. Let's have some fun, and let's get right into this video. First off, I apologize to all those Rampart mains out there, but D tier finds one legend, and that legend is Rampart. Rampart to me is the lowest rated legend in the game with very low scores all around except for her defensive capabilities. Really, she can only do one thing effectively, and that's kind of put up her amped covers preemptively and set up a turret. You know, even if she gets that turret set up, a lot of the times other legends can use their abilities to counter that turret's effectiveness. Let's hope that Rampart gets some sort of rework because honestly, the game is all about mobility, and Rampart's a legend that really wants to be stationary. So there might actually be a legend that is worse than Rampart, but you know what? We're not even gonna go there. After Rampart, let's move into our C tier category. The legends that make up the C tier list are Octane, Loba, and Mirage. Octane did get a miniature buff this season with faster regenerating health, but come on, Respawn, show this speed junkie some love. We know he is fast as you know what. Horizon was newly added into the game, and she basically gives her team a jump pad every 15 seconds instead of Octane, who gives his team a jump pad every 60 seconds. I really hope they can turn Octane around. He's a really fun legend to play. He just doesn't provide much utility to the team at all. Next up, let's talk about the most beautiful girl in the game. We're talking about Loba. I've honestly seen a lot more Lobas running around on Olympus this season, and that's great. She did have a decent buff where she does get her black market boutique extremely quick now, but really Loba's tactical falls really short. It feels really clunky, and you can't really push aggressively with this tactical. I really just wish Respawn would fix her tactical, make it a little bit more fluid, and just give her more aggression with this tactical, honestly. After Loba, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, and that's Mirage. Mirage does believe he's the #1 legend in the whole game, but I actually have him ranked realistically where he stands, and you know what? That's 12th. You know what? Maybe next year, Mirage, maybe the year 2021 will be better for you, but in all seriousness, Mirage is a pretty selfish legend. Great players really don't fall too hard for the decoys. His invisible revive can be nice, but Lifeline and Gibraltar do it much better, and I just don't know if Mirage will ever be much more than a B or a C tier legend. After Mirage, we move into the B tier legends, and the legends that make up the B tier are Wattson, Bangalore, Revenant, and Horizon. There is some difficulty with rating Wattson because she is highly used in competitive play. Her fences can kind of zone out teams, and her trophy system really helps in competitive matches. Just the game of pubs and the game of ranked is just played much more fast paced. Ranked a lot of the times isn't going into that final ring. So Wattson I find here for pubs, and for ranked, she's just sitting here on B tier for me. Now Bangalore did receive a bit of love this season, and I'm really happy with how her missiles from her ultimate actually explode after 6 seconds now. You know, that 2-second difference does make a big difference, but Bangalore is just a solid legend all around. You know, she has decent aggression, she has decent defensive capabilities for her squad, and provides some utility. She's just a good overall legend, and she's just gonna remain B tier. Next up, after Bangalore, we have Revenant, and I feel like Revenant is the complete opposite of Bangalore. Revenant does not provide a whole lot to his team except for one thing, and he is the third party master, the third party god. This legend is so good with his totem to get a free extra push on a team. I just feel like Revenant is a little worse on Olympus because, you know, when you're trying to third party a fight with a totem, a fourth party could potentially be coming in. So you know what? Parties all around, baby. But anyway, Revenant isn't very good at defending against the third party, and he doesn't really do much without his totem, and that's why I have him here listed as B tier. After Revenant, we have the hype of Season 7, and that is the one and only Horizon. I have her at the top of B tier because she's on the verge of B and A tier for me. Her tactical can really provide a lot of offensive aggression for the team. It can get you to safe high ground for defensive plays, and her ultimate's a solid utility tool. The ultimate just isn't too overpowered. It can be quickly shot down, and honestly, due to her ultimate ability not providing as much to the team as maybe some other legends, that's kind of why I have her here at the verge of A tier, but for now she stays on the B tier category. Next up, we crack into those A tier legends, and the legends that make up A tier are Lifeline, Pathfinder, Crypto, and Caustic. Lifeline has always been a really solid character since the release of the game, and ever since they added that combat medic ability, you can never really go wrong with having a Lifeline on the team. When that Lifeline hits her res and can defend her teammate, it really puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team, and a lot of times it leads that team into making some stupid aggressive mistakes, like pushing out of cover. Lifeline's a solid pick, and she's an A tier legend. Next up in A tier, we have Pathfinder. With the release of Season 7, they did fix his grapple cooldown, which does make a huge difference. It allows you to be much more mobile with the grapple god himself. You know, who needs a PS5 nowadays? Who needs to be Miles Morales when you can just play Pathfinder on Olympus, baby? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Path can utilize all the high ground on Olympus. It does make him pretty OP in a lot of engagements. Just this legend has a refrigerator size hitbox, and he also has low profile, so that's kind of keeping Pathfinder from being S tier. Next up, we have two legends that ended up receiving tons of points in all four of their categories, and they are on the verge of S tier. Crypto is an A tier legend, but I've said it before, he is one of the most difficult legends to play correctly in the entire game. If played right, Crypto can be a scary S tier legend. You know, his drone provides so much utility. It can also help you play offensively, defensively, and then he can also grab banners, revive, and scan beacons, all with the drone. After Crypto, we have Caustic, and a lot of people think that Caustic should be a little less of a problem in Olympus due to the wide stretches between POIs on the map, but you know what? Caustic can throw down his traps and utilize them as cover anywhere on the map. I also believe Caustic is really good on Olympus because of how many third parties go down on this map. I think Caustic is one of the best legends in the game at fending off third parties. You know, he's got his gas traps, he's got his gas ultimate, can really prevent teams from pushing you while you're low on health. Last but not least, we have the S tier legends, which are Bloodhound, Wraith, and Gibraltar. Bloodhound is such a great legend because Bloodhound benefits their entire team with each scan. Bloodhound also has one of the most aggressive ultimates in the game and can utilize the ability to scan for enemies for even third parties, which means you can detect if another threat is incoming. It can help their team to adapt to various threats, and that's why I have this legend as S tier. Next up, we have Wraith, the long-standing legend in the S tier category. Wraith is hard to knock off this list because of that great hitbox and that get out of jail free card tactical. Pairing her small hitbox and that tactical allows Wraith to be extremely aggressive in fights, and she has very, very good offensive potential. Her portal is also useful, can provide some utility to the team for potential revives and repositioning for rotations. Last but not least, we have the big man Gibraltar, who honestly is the most scary legend to fight head on in a 1v1. Gibraltar's a certified tank. His arm shield can absorb 2 whole wingman shots, and if you find yourself versus a Gibraltar in a bubble fight while he has a massive, you better pray to the Apex gods, because that's going to be one tough fight. Gibraltar's bubble also proves to be very, very useful when rotating around the map between the open POIs on Olympus. This legend is the ultimate teammate and legend that can help your team fend off third parties. He has a clutch revive speed in his bubble, and he can also abuse some of the best guns in the game, like the G7 Scout and Mastiff. Gibby's an absolute beast and deserves to be in the S tier of legends. So guys, I want you to comment down below, what did you think about these cards? What did you think about these ratings? How would you rate the legends differently? Comment down below, leave a like on the video, and guys, I'll see you on the next one. I'm Grizzy, and I'm out.